Hello Leo Virgo, how's everyone? We are going to check out September 1st to 15th energies for you guys. Um, I'm kind of doing a longer one for you though because I missed your birthday reading and I feel super bad about that. Um, I'm probably going to stop doing the birthday readings as of now, so don't feel bad, but you were the first ones. And I'm making up for it by doing this Mahjong reading for you guys. Takes a little longer. Meanings are not fully understood yet by me, like I don't know what all the cards mean exactly, so um, I'm kind of just learning it as I go here, so bear with me. We're going to see if we can figure it out. Um, so, where to start? You start in the center, which is this one, and this is the question card. So, if you guys want to make a question in your mind, it's probably best to start with that. So go ahead and figure out any question you'd like, and then we'll see if we can't answer that for you somehow in the reading here. So I'm hoping you all will get some kind of message. It looks pretty interesting, to tell you the truth. So the unicorn, which is 9 of circles, which I may call coins because that's just the way it happens. Sorry about the lighting too, my light just went out. You know, everything always works out perfectly. So, let's start with the unicorn. So, this is your question. So, it's telling you that with the unicorn here, you have the ability to foresee events. So maybe you're kind of psychic in a way, or clairvoyant, or you just read people really well and you can see right through them if they're no good. That kind of a feeling. So, I think whatever your question is, that's going to help you figure out what's coming next. Basically, for whatever question you have, this is almost always a positive sign, so that's really good. It can also mean good news is coming in. You can get privileged or insider information financially, which could be good or bad. I think insider information is normally frowned upon, so I guess it's your judgment and how you want to see it. It can mean recovering in a health situation, so if you've been battling with some kind of health issue, then you may be seeing a lot of good stuff happening, and I do see that throughout the spread as well. And then for love, it's saying to look beyond the present situation. So, whatever's going on right now, it's basically saying see the next step, or foresee the future, or maybe even see yourself where you want to be in a relationship. And those visual things can actually help a lot, so try that. So now we're going to start with you, which is the querent. That's the bottom row here, and we read it 1, 2, 3. So your first card is dragon. So that's 5 of circles. That can mean good luck. Dragons in Asian culture is, I believe, a huge good luck sign. So you are possibly going to see some good luck coming towards you. You could have a windfall, you could have even like gambling luck, but it can also be risky, so that's why it's gambling luck, right? You're gambling with whatever, and that could be along with that insider information, but it looks like it's probably good. The only way it can be negative is if you're not always calming yourself or holding your temper or that kind of a thing. If you get out of hand in any way, then the dragon actually means negative stuff, and that is you, so you want to make sure, like, I mean, everybody gets upset every once in a while, but if you have a bad temper, that's a different story, right? Because people can get over anger pretty quickly, and then life goes on. So as long as you're not getting too crazy anger wise, then everything should be cool. So the next card we read is Willow, and that's 9 of bamboo. That can mean modesty, compliance, strength in flexibility, So basically, the willow tree can take a lot of wind and basically bend almost over and not break. So it's someone who can change things, can make new plans, can not basically get stuck in one thing and never change. So free flowing, that kind of thing. And it also indicates healing powers. So I guess the willow tree, that's where aspirin comes from or something. So it can mean like medicines or something like that. So again, if you were ill, there is possibility of getting well, but maybe you need some certain medicine to do it, that kind of a feeling. So as long as you are holding your temper and not, I don't want to say making risky choices, because maybe that's where you're going to get your luck from, but you have to basically outweigh the pros and cons and make sure you're ready for a loss if that were to happen. Okay, because I'm not telling you for sure you're going to win whatever, and then you don't. And I can kind of see that coming in the reading as well, so just be prepared for the fact that you may not have as much money as you think. We'll just keep going and maybe that'll make more sense as we go. Now, number 3 card is Peach. And the reason this is number 3 is because the center card is number 0, or 0. So the 6 of circles, 6 of coins. Peach is number 1, a younger person. If you're a younger lady, then it's probably you, because this is your line here, that's you. It can also mean possibly if you're an older lady, then you have a younger rival. So be careful of that. If you are a male, then most likely this is a younger female that you're meeting. And I don't know why I'm saying that, really, because whoever you are, this is a younger person, most likely a lady, female. She may be able to offer you assistance if this isn't you. So if you're the younger female, then that's you. And that means beauty and romance. So you could be in a young relationship, a new relationship, something like that, or you're going towards a new person, possibly younger, that kind of feeling, or again, that's you. And you are beautiful if that's the case, which is lovely. So, now we're going to go on to the next part here, which is the near future. So, the first card is Heaven, which is 9 of Wands. And I'm just going to actually read the 2 of these together because 5 of Bamboo, Lotus, Heaven and Lotus are both about new rebirth, a new birth. It can mean the ending of something old for something new. So they're very similar meanings. Like in the near future, something new is happening. Could be like an actual birth or just a metaphorical birth of something. With the sword there, 2 of Wands, there's a decision to be made about something. Oh, I'm sorry, I just want to make sure I mention too that because Heaven is here with Peach, that can actually mean someone who's passed away. Sorry, my hand with all the shadows. It can mean somebody who's passed away, maybe not super recently, but somewhat recently, where you have to deal with an estate or something like that, or maybe that's where some windfall is coming from. And if that's the case, it looks good, but be careful of sword. It could be like there's a fight with a will. That's always fun. I don't understand why that happens. well, I kind of do, greed and money, but just be careful that there's no I don't know, major fighting going on. But I feel like if there is, it's a stalemate. Like you guys won't actually come to some kind of conclusion right away. So if that's the case, then there's delays. So be careful of that. It can also mean that you could have to deal with a severe loss or some kind of ending, which could be even deportation, quitting a job, or ending a relationship. Like, there's a lot of things. It could be like illegal immigration as well. But I feel like deportation because of the sword. I feel like there's someone of authority causing a problem there. And the only reason that that even pertains is because the knot is also in the reading, which comes up later, so we'll come to that. So that could be the new thing that you're dealing with, but there could be some conflicts or something like that. So just be careful everything's done right and legally, and then there won't be any problem with that. But definitely, if you're immigrating, then you're definitely going. It's almost like a rebirth on the new in the new country or whatever. So it looks really good, except for there could be some problems. And then it looks like if there is money coming in, there may be I just feel like there's something going on where you might do something with the money, a risky venture that will cause you some upset. So just be really careful what you're doing and make sure you research everything you're doing and that kind of a feeling. So um, next one you have, it goes 7, 8, 9. You have chrysanthemum. And chrysanthemum firstly means the sun. So for me that would be new life, anything that has to do with life-giving. It can also mean fulfillment and that kind of a feeling. And in this particular deck, it also means harvest time, winemaking time, and then everything that has to do with wine. So like parties, merriment, entertainment, that kind of feeling. So everything coming together and really maybe even a celebration, or it could be the funeral or something like that, where it's a celebration of life or a new life. So maybe a baby shower, that kind of a feeling, something like that. It can mean an older lady as well, but this is in the objective spot, so if it is, it's kind of telling you to be really graceful and whatnot if you're an older lady. So I feel like it's a weird feeling because the other meaning to this card could mean that someone is leaving something for something new. And something could be a person, right? So I kind of feel like if you're an older lady and someone's leaving you for someone younger, then you need to be super graceful about the whole thing and just let it go and not even whatever. But I feel like you already are. I feel like you're content with it and whatnot, and you're not going to let it get to you. You know that you're good on your own. You're probably going to get some mad alimony from it. I don't know, but that's the other thing too. If you're waiting for money, again, there's something going on here. So we'll keep going because I think that's coming. It's coming, okay. The next one you have is 8, which is commence. And yes, the card is spelled commerce, but it's supposed to be commence. And basically this guy's getting ready to shoot his arrow. So whatever you're ready to shoot your arrow at, it's time to do that. So that can be, like, don't go out and snipe someone, but what I mean is, whatever you got your eye on, it's time to go for the target. So if you were ready for some financial whatever, you're ready to take the risk now. And because it's a little further on in the reading, it's definitely fair to take your time making this risk. Okay? So you don't need to jump to any whatever. Don't do anything risky right away. Kind of take your time and, like I said, do the research and whatever. But once you feel like you're ready, you can take that shot. There is that feeling of waiting though. And so now you have carp, and that's the 4 of bamboo. And so that's longevity, peace, inner calm. So if you were that older lady, like I said, you're being real calm, graceful, you're not letting anything get to you, whatever. Really strong in whatever you're doing, and you may be the one ready to take the shot, whatever. With this card also comes wealth and health. So again, there's that, if you take the shot, that risky thing, you're probably gonna make some wealth out of it. You just have to take your time and really look at it, because if you were to make the decision today instead of looking into it, you could seriously hurt the situation financially. So just be careful of that. So with this card too, it can mean things start taking a slower pace. So say you decide to make the investment, now all of a sudden things go even slower. Or if you were waiting for estate stuff, all of a sudden it's going slower. So there's really this feeling of watching the bank account, watching the money flow, making sure that if you have to wait 3 months for some kind of deal to come through, or to sell your stocks, or I don't know how to really, whatever you're into financially, right? There's a feeling that things are going to actually slow down, even though you're ready for them to, like, all be good. So just be careful of that. And I basically want to say, have that rainy day fund or whatever. Don't spend all your money at once, knowing that you've got this big windfall coming when it could take a couple months or more. So just be wary of that, okay? That feeling comes again with fire. So this is the outcome. And this is telling you that there could be a burning up of resources. So again, financially, you may be spending more than you got, that kind of a feeling. If it's not money, it can be mental resources or physical resources or whatnot. So just be careful that you're not overspending yourself. It can also mean danger, so be careful, be careful. It also can mean inspiration, which is crazy, but I guess like passion and inspiration and that kind of a feeling from the fire card. I think the inspiration would be taking this risk and knowing that you have to wait, kind of a feeling, but being inspired to still try, do whatever, and see where it takes you. And now, the last 2 cards, you have white and knot. And so I want to kind of read them together because they're really, to me, they're really resonating together. So firstly, white and knot immediately to me meant tying the knot and you're in white, so this is wedding. If that's the case, congratulations. But that's really not the meanings of the cards. So I'm just taking that intuitively and being like, oh yeah, so maybe that's the younger person, your new person, you're marrying them, or maybe if you're pregnant or having a baby, now you're tying the knot. That kind of a feeling. So there's those two things. But the white cards, means mystery of the unknown. Could be contracts, letters, or estate matters that haven't yet been dealt with. So they still need to be written up, contracts and such. They still need to be signed. Could be the marriage license being signed, that kind of a feeling. So there are contracts. And with the knot, it means tying or untying the knot. So if it were a contract or something like that, that's probably tying. If you're getting out of contracts, that would be untying those contracts, right? You know what I mean? But with knot, it can also mean a big commitment. So that could be the marriage, that could be whatever risky venture you're going to commit to, that kind of feeling. So I do see it coming. I just see you waiting a couple weeks at least. The knot can also mean that certain finances are, hi Gizmo, tied up in other affairs. Hi Gizmo. Hi. Oh, you're warm. You must have been in the sun. So anyway, sorry about Gizmo interrupting here. Basically though, it seems to be a long-term beneficial thing for you. So whatever you see that's not just short-term, but it's a long-term thing, a long-term investment, a long-term commitment, a new job that you're starting that you know you want to be there for till you retire, that kind of a feeling, this is happening right now, I think, for a lot of you. And that can all basically mean a new life for you. Like, seriously, it kind of feels like that. So, especially with Heaven and Lotus, like, everything is new, stuff is fresh, and new commitments, new stuff going on. So it looks actually really good. Again, just hold your temper, make sure you don't go out of hand. And if you are about to make some risky investments, then just make sure you do all your research and take some time to do it. And if you're having issues with this estate, possibly like family infighting or that kind of stuff, I think those funds could still be tied up for quite some time. So again, you're going to watch your resources and make sure you don't burn through all your cash right away. That kind of a feeling. Could even be if you're waiting on that alimony, again, don't burn up all your money right away, that kind of feeling. You definitely need to be conservative right now and make sure you got enough funds also before you make this decision. So, I hope that answers some questions for you guys. I don't know what else to say at this time, so I'll leave you be for now, and I'll see you back mid-September, okay? Take care, guys.